Hi, welcome to How to D&D. My name is Fred Wheeler, and today I want to talk about Dungeons and Dragons. So actually Dungeons and Dragons 5e, but actually I have a guest with me who's going to talk specifically about how to run Dungeons and Dragons or play Dungeons and Dragons with kids. That's Dungeons and Dragons 5e. Hi, Sadie.
Hello, I'm Sadie Rogers. I'm in Chicago, and I do run Dungeons and Dragons online for kids ages 9 to 14 primarily, but have also been recently delving into running it for much younger kids, ages 5 to 8. And I have lots of exciting things to share with you that may kind of demystify that.
So, Sadie, how would you go about actually running Dungeons and Dragons 5e for young kids? And I know you have a range of different kids that you deal with. So by all means, split that up and sort of give a different perspective for the different age groups if you want. How would you go about doing that? Sort of some key points.
I kind of threw myself into it and learned as I went. And I will say that the thing I've noticed the most is that it is range based. Kids 9 to 14, they get D&D. They get it almost better than adults. So give them everything. They love reading through the player's handbooks. They love the monster manual. They love all the additional info that Wizards of the Coast has. And you can really delve into discussing rules with them and have fun with that. But with younger kids, I actually treat it a little bit like creative world building together. So I sort of I don't come at it with rules. I come at it with a yes and attitude of like whatever they're bringing to the table is what we go with. For I had a little girl this week that all of a sudden decided she had a boombox that she hit play on every time she was fighting, and I just found a way for there to be this sort of like created thing in this medieval world and made it work because I thought that was probably one of the coolest things that's ever happened. She just conjured it. She's not a conjurer in any way. She's a low level monk, but it was awesome. So I think you just yes and let them have fun, and then whittle down the rules, whittle down the character sheets, which of course we'll go into, simplify the game itself, and then keep some of the things so they still feel like they're actually getting to play D&D.
So with regard to dice, I have heard that using colored dice is a good idea because kids have a lot of trouble identifying the different dice, specifically the 8-sided dice, the 10, and the percentile. Do you do that?
I have two methods. Kids love dice, and so I have heard people say, "Oh, just give them the D20 and a D6 and just use those." And I disagree. I think give them the whole set of dice. They love it. Either buying a thing of bulk dice or using your dice. If you're an adult that plays D&D, you probably have a lot laying around. And you literally having like a different color for each number so that you can say as the DM, that's the blue one, or for the D4, that's the green one, and that kind of thing. So that red, green, yellow, that kind of thing. Or I simply label them on a cute piece of paper. I let the kid help me do that. So they draw a little like triangle for the D4 and maybe like a weird circle for the D20, that kind of thing. So they're playing with shapes. And then every time they roll it, they are instructed to put it back in its little nook so that they always pull from the same place. It takes like a day for them to learn all the dice. Once they have it, they love it. I will say, just make sure you don't let them drop the D4s on the ground. Those really hurt.
This has been a great conversation, Sadie. So thank you very much. So where can people find you, Sadie?
I am available on Instagram at Sad Pigs. That's SADPIGS. And I am also working on a film about some adults playing D&D that is in early development called Heart of the Trepid, and it's on Instagram at Heart of the Trepid. That's TREPID. My YouTube is Sadie and Valinor, and I'm kind of all over the internet. So come find me, ask me any questions, hit me up anytime. I'm around. Thank you.
So I'm going to put all of those links, or as many as I can, down in the description so you can find those. Thank you, Sadie, for being on. And hey, till next time, keep rolling those 20s.